In Gone, Jill's sister disappears and she's convinced that the serial killer who kidnapped her 2 years ago has returned, and she sets out to once again face her abductor.
Miss Conway, what makes you think your sister's been abducted?
This guy came back for me. He broke into my house, took my sister because I wasn't there.
Why would he come back for you?
I'm the only one that got away because I know his secret.
Last year, a hiker spots Jill covered in mud, screaming about how some guy snatched her out of bed, threw her down a hole out in the woods someplace. She said she wasn't the only one, that there were human remains down there. Of course, we throw everything at it. Guess what? Nothing.
He doesn't exist.
Gone is a movie that is actually exactly what it advertises itself to be. And I don't mean that in a good way, but at least they're honest. I did not think Gone would be good. The trailers made it look bad. The TV spots made it look bad. I saw Amanda Seyfried on a talk show, and she didn't even seem interested at all. She forgot to talk about the movie. I wasn't expecting anything from it. And I really can't complain at all because it was exactly what it looked like. If you've seen the trailer, it's 100% exactly what you see in the trailer. And of course, while it's not a good movie, it is enjoyable in the sense that it's just kind of dumb fun at the movies. And so you can really decide for yourself. Don't take my word for it. If you think the trailer looks good, then maybe you'll enjoy it. If you think it looks bad, there you go. And I'm not a cynical person at all. I did not go to this movie looking for a bad movie. I went hoping that it might actually be good because I thought it looked bad, but I was thinking, well, if it's good, then I'll be pleasantly surprised. And I wasn't pleasantly surprised, but like I said, there's nothing I can complain about because it was exactly as advertised. So first off, the plot. Now, I thought the plot, honestly, had a few things going for it. I thought there were a couple of cool angles that they could have gone with that they didn't. And I don't know why, because there were a few points in the movie where I thought, oh, maybe this actually will get interesting. And it didn't, but I think it could have, so I don't know what happened there. And writing-wise, I gotta say, the dialogue was, like, laughable at times. I mean, Amanda Seyfried, you can see it in the trailer, she actually tells the police officer when he tells her to get some sleep, she's like, I'll sleep when he's dead. And there's gotta be at least half a dozen to a dozen lines like that in the movie, where Amanda Seyfried literally says, like, her, like, final words, like, on the phone to somebody, and then hangs up, and on our end, watching Amanda Seyfried, she, like, speeds off in a car, and it's like, dun, 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 dun. But then the guy who's holding the phone and was listening is probably like, what a weirdo. And I could point out things that just don't make sense about this movie, but it's not that type of movie. And if you start looking that far into it, then you saw the wrong movie, because this is not a movie to look into. But I will say that there are characters in this movie that feel prominent enough that they're going to return later on, and they never do. And I'm not going to spoil it and say, you know, what doesn't amount to anything, because that could give away that nothing happens with that plot. And you could call them red herrings, I guess, but that's just like saying, well, I forgot what was going to happen with this, so let's call it a red herring to get you confused. I don't buy it. I think that they just didn't know what to do with some of these characters. And one last thing about the writing, there were actually moments in the movie where, you know, Amanda Seyfried is trying to find out information about the guy that she's trying to chase around, and she literally goes up to people and she's like, do you know anything about this person? And at first they're like, no, I don't know anything. And then, like, she turns away to leave and they're like, wait a minute, I actually know his address and his phone number and what type of car he drives. And that happens maybe 2 or 3 times in the movie, where they're like, I don't think I know anything. Oh wait, I actually know the exact identity of the person you're looking for, and I know where he is right now. And I'm trying to be nice about everything because, like I said, it's not really the type of movie to nitpick. But come on. Directing-wise, I actually thought that it was very well paced. It certainly was entertaining, and it kept going. It didn't drag at any point, so I can appreciate that for sure. And overall, it had a nice tone to it, so I don't have many problems with, really, the directing, aside from maybe the directing of the actors. But I don't know if maybe the acting was just bad. It's kind of hard to tell. It's either the acting, the directing, or the writing, or a combination of the 3. I'm thinking it might be D. And that leads us into the acting. Now, Amanda Seyfried, I don't get her. I haven't seen her in many things, I don't think, as far as I remember, but I was under the impression that she's a good actress for some reason. I feel like maybe I read somewhere that she was good in a movie, and maybe she was, but she wasn't good in this. And once again, might have been the directing. Maybe she is a good actress, but she wasn't in this because of the directing. But whatever it is, she was pretty lame. And of course, you add in those lines like, I'll sleep when he's dead. Oh god, it's just, it's a recipe for disaster. Everyone else was okay, I guess. I can't think of anything specifically that was bad or good, so they were all fine, I guess. And Amanda Seyfried, I mean, she wasn't terrible, but, you know, maybe it was the writing and she just had to deliver these bad lines and there was no way around it. But it is what it is. It was kind of just whatever. The only other person that I'd like to mention, and it's not about the acting, it's about the appearance. There's a female police officer in this movie that looks like she lived at the bottom of a hole in the woods for a week. Her hair was like, I wouldn't be surprised if there was twigs and dirt in it. I don't know what the deal was, and I don't know if this is an actual hairstyle, and I apologize if this is how she wears it in real life, but something was wrong here. She looked like a lunatic. But overall, like I said, you can't really go too deep into this movie. However, I'm allowed to say what I want because I did pay to see it, so it's really not a good movie. It's fun, I guess, if you got nothing else to do, but however you think the trailer looks, it's exactly how the movie is. So let me know in the comments what you thought about Gone. Did you go in with high expectations or low expectations? So basically, what did you think of it from the trailer? What did you think of the plot, I guess? What did you think of the acting? Let me know if you think I'm being too nice about this movie, if you thought it was really that bad, because I almost am treating it like it was made by children. That's kind of how I'm going about this. Let me know anything you want about Gone, and that's pretty much it.
So what if Jill isn't crazy? What if this guy really does have Molly?
Shut your hands! Where is she?